Happy Wednesday. Um, I'm getting on here a little late because you might have seen on my Instagram story, but I went to Louisville last night for Bruno Mars concert, which was just so fun for our friend's birthday. Um, we got back today around like noon, so just been kind of trying to get myself together here. But so we're just gonna hop right in. So this is like the last section of part one, and it just the author just is kind of still going along the theme of or expanding more on your no's and like exercising your no and why you say no and why you say yes. Um, and so she was just talking about how the way you answer or when someone asks you to do something before giving an answer to think about it and just really trying to figure out like what season you're in and what your purpose is for this season of life, and like your just the meaning behind like why you're saying yes and why you're saying no, and so because when you're committed to that season, there's some things that people are going to ask you to do, like, okay, is that benefiting the season that I'm in? Is that going to contribute to the well-being of this season? And if it's not, then that's a reason to say no. So she says, I'm committed to a particular limited amount of things in this season. And if what's being asked of me isn't one of those, then it stands in the way. That's why knowing your purpose and priorities for a given season is so valuable, because those commitments become the litmus test for all the decisions you face. And so, I mean, yeah, that basically just says it all. Like, okay, if someone asks you to do something and it's not going to benefit anything that you are particularly trying to work towards right now, and you know for a fact that you're supposed to be doing, then you just need to say no. And she also talked about just being like truthful with people, especially with the people closest to you, because I mean, if they're really as close to you as they say that they are, then that truth isn't going to hurt them, and you're not going to. It might feel like you're going to disappoint them, but I mean, their true colors will really show. She says, but as you regularly tell the truth about what you can and can't do, who you are and who you're not, you'll be surprised at how some people will cheer you on. And then she said, and then quite honestly, like you'll find yourself not caring as much for the people who don't cheer you on. And so it's just kind of like going through that sifting process. And I get it. I mean, like I do not like to disappoint people. I don't think any of us do really, like by choice. But sometimes those no's are going to disappoint people, and you just have to be okay with that, because she kind of explained it like you have three different circles. You have your innermost circle, who's like your close friends and family, and then you have that next circle outside of it that's like just extended family and just like friends. And then you have another circle outside of that that's just like people you work with, kind of acquaintances, people you see. So she said, work first on that innermost circle. Work on that and those relationships, and understand that as those people in that second circle and that third circle, if they ask you to do things, don't feel like you have to do it just because you know them. Because your time is valuable, and you can do things and you can't do certain things. And so that was all just kind of really repetitive, and I hope it made sense. But I just want to encourage you, and like, don't worry about disappointing people. Like the people who care the most about you, it'll be fine and it'll be cool. And once you find that purpose that you have for your life, and really recognize and sit down and just kind of also, just when people ask you to do something, this is just like kind of a thing to think about. Just literally think about it before you answer. Say, hey, can I get back to you? Or talk to a friend, or talk to your spouse, or whoever, and just talk it out and say, okay, what is this benefiting? Is it not? Like, do we have time to do this? Instead of just doing that quick yes, because I am so guilty of that. I'll just say yes right away before I even check with anything and realize what I'm doing before I'm doing it. So I love you guys. You guys are doing great. It's Wednesday, hump day. We're halfway through the first week, which is awesome. You guys keep killing it.